What is going on, everybody? It is Dr. Lightning 94 back here with another video for you today on Star Trek Online. And there's been a rather interesting bit of news just released this morning that I'm very excited to share with everybody. And that is regarding a brand new legendary KDF bundle. The entire time we went over the 11th anniversary bundle, everybody asked, where was the D7? Where's the D7? Where's the Klingon ships? Well, folks, I'm very beyond happy to tell you. Here's your D7. And, well, just damn, she's good. Oh, I'm gonna be fanboying out quite a bit in this video, because well, first of all, this is the first account unlock tier 6 D7/Katinga class in the entire game. Like, I know the price tag on this bundle is not, pennies, for anywhere from $60 to over $100. But do bear in mind, for any other variant of a T6 D7, you'd be paying at minimum the $120 per character. So, if you can manage the 60 while it's on sale, please do bear that in mind as you make your decisions. I cannot stress that enough because everybody gets upset about pricing. I get it, I really do, but at the same time, this is account unlock gear. Please bear that in mind. And, well, we'll dig into it here in a bit, but this is a very, very good ship. Like, I cannot stress that enough either. This is a very good ship. This might be the second best legendary bundle they've released, single ship legendary bundle they've released, aside from possibly the Terran one with the Galaxy Dreadnought. It's a toss-up. But anyway, let's go ahead and dig on into this, because, ooh, this is going to be an insta-pickup for me. So, blog reads, the continuing saga of the ever-evolving Klingon Empire continues to unfold in Star Trek Online in the form of our recent episode updates as well as the Klingon recruitment system. To continue this celebration and focus on the warriors of the Klingon Empire, players will soon have new options for joining the Legends in the Making. Announcing the upcoming availability of the legendary KDF Captain Bundle. By attaining this bundle, you can now instantly raise the level of any single KDF character on your account to level 65. This may be applied to any species option, long as they begin their career aboard a KDF starship and complete or skip the tutorial. This valuable bundle includes all of the following features: instantly advance the career of one KDF officer to level 65, which, is handy if you haven't gotten your recruit up. That's the main thought process there. That way you don't have to grind it or use a bunch of DOF missions. Then there's equipment and other resources sufficient to allow the newly boosted character to enter the beginning of endgame content and stow, and the big kicker here, count-wide access to the legendary D7 Intel battle cruiser. This bundle will be available for the price of 12,000 Zen, with a special introductory offer of 50% off at 6,000 Zen for a limited time. It will release on April the 1st, 2021 for PC, and April 29th, 2021 for consoles, which I must admit, for consoles, is a fairly quick turnaround time, so I'm rather excited for that. So let's go ahead and start with the level 65 boost here. So this is going to read very similar to the other legendary advanced to 65 bundles we've had in the past, but there's a few key things to note here. So, first, your character must be set to KDF faction, you must have completed or skipped the tutorial, and naturally, so you can't just buy your way up to endgame, you must have at least one character on the account that's reached level 65, which, if you're investing this much into the game, I would hope you've reached that point. And then, providing the restrictions are met, all you have to do is when you buy it, you'll get a box. The minute you open the box on that character, it will go straight to Dahar Master 65, and then you'll have the equipment bundle in the inventory. It can be used at any level, from 1 to 64. If you're at 64, that would be rough. But if you're a recruit, even if you're halfway done and you're at like level 30, this is still really good because it skips half your... I'm not going to say half your grinding because you still have to do all the story missions, but half your leveling, which is kind of the pain in the butt because once you have a solid tier 6, level 65 build, episodes aren't that bad. But it's just really handy. Okay. And you can assign skill points, specialization points, traits in whichever way you like. So, after achieving the rank of Dahar Master, your newly promoted KDF captain will find themselves in a possession of the equipment pack filled with everything they need to outfit themselves and their crew for this high-level experience. This bundle within a bundle represents, well, I'm not going to say incredible value of high quality, but it represents some decent starter gear and other resources for level 65 content. And it's ready to put you on the path to glory for you and your house. Ah, that never gets old. So the pack contains all of the following 1 million EC, which, I mean, again, assuming you're just starting the grind, not too shabby. Gives you enough to start some reputations with and then get some Tour of the Galaxy gear going, etc., etc. 1 million expertise. 250,000 reputation dilithium vouchers. Those are handy, let me tell you, because that's, if you have dilithium projects open on your fleet, that's practically 250,000. Oh, wait a minute, no, that's reputation, not fleet. I'm having a brain moment. I apologize. Well, either way, if you're getting, don't necessarily, well, I suppose you can't really control it, but this, depending on where you're at in your reps, will either give you a bunch of gear from your reps without burning into your true dilithium pool, or will get all you, well, not all, but most of your reps up to T6 without burning into it too much either. A specialization qualification for each type. 5 enhanced universal tech upgrades, 36 inventory slots, 12 bank slots, 6 BOF slots, 2 starship slots. Basically every type of craftable, very rare Mark 14 ground and space equipment. Includes all basic modules for your chosen profession, as well as an account unlocked new universal console separate from the ship entirely. The stasis field projector. Now, it's been told, or at least I've heard, that this is from the animated series, an episode of that. I haven't watched through all the animated series yet. I'm still working on it. But that's cool. There's something of that sort in here. But this never-before-released Universal Console offers the power to severely debilitate up to 3 nearby targets with the press of just one button. Originally developed by Klingons of the 23rd century, this technology has been upgraded for modern use with fewer of the original design's drawbacks. 6 very rare bridge officers. That Nausicaan one, if it has the pirate trait, will be nice. They're pre-promoted to commander, trained in all basic buff abilities, and pre-equipped with Mark 14 equipment. Everything in here is bind to character on pickup, again, except for this console, which it was announced on Twitter that it is, in fact, on account unlock reclaimable when you buy the bundle, which is very good news because it would be awkward to have a console only available on one character that you could never acquire again. So, anyway, it's not the greatest stuff, although the slots are nice, reputation vouchers are nice, console's nice. If you're just getting started and don't necessarily have all your, like SROs and stuff, if you're going for high-end, that's really nice to have all basic buff abilities going, because that'll at least get you up and running to a degree until you finalize what you're going to do with that particular tune. So, like I said, it's nothing amazing, because you're pretty much mainly buying this for the ship, the 65 boost, and the slots in the console. But it's something to keep you afloat until you can get some better gear, which is never a bad thing, because, again, take this assuming you're going to be putting it on what I would consider a relatively or brand new tune. Also, I don't need a third tab of that. I just can go to this one. So, now for the money page. The legendary D7. And folks, let me tell you, I've been just dying for this ship for... If I admitted how long I've been waiting for any type of account unlock D7, it might be a crime. It's just... Oh. The only thing I wish is that there were a Disco and Kelvin one in here too. But you know, beggars can't be choosers. But, you know... Cryptic, if you're listening, please release those two too. Doesn't have to be tomorrow, but like, please. Anyway, enough of that. I can't even. I can't even, because to me, any variant of the D7 is just the penultimate expression of everything a Klingon ship's supposed to be. It's always been this ship and the Burrell. That's just... They define the KDF. Like, I know the Vortshaw got shown a lot in DS9, and I love it too, in its own way. But just... The minute I think KDF, I think D7 Katinga. It's just... It's always there. It's there in the original series. It's there in the animated series. It's there throughout all the movies. It's there in the 24th century. It's here in the 25th century. It's just... When you think KDF, you think D7. It's just the weird way it's always been for me. But anyway, enough of my romanticizing, and on to the breakdown. So, the D7 is one of the most classic and recognizable visual designs still in use by the modern Klingon Empire. This venerable starship design has seen numerous refits and overhauls during its long life cycle since it was first introduced as the flagship of the unified Klingon houses in the latter half of the 23rd century. The most long-lived variant of the D7 was the Katinga-class battlecruiser, and of that class, there's no vessel more famous than Chancellor Gorkon's Kronos 1. The Kronos 1 has earned its distinctive livery over several decades of glorious campaigns, but it is most widely remembered for its role not in winning wars, but ending them in peace. Modern D7 variants are typically more maneuverable than their Vorchok counterparts without sacrificing much in the way of resilience or versatility. Few can deny that the imposing and recognizable silhouette of a ship of this lineage can still strike fear into any adversaries foolish enough to end up at the wrong end of its considerable firepower. The starship features a Commander Engineering / Intel Specialist seat and a Lieutenant Commander Universal / Miracle Worker Specialist seat, and we'll get more into that in a minute, because that's gonna be interesting. I'll put it like that. So, and yeah, that's whoopsies. But, I mean, at least it's still a Klingon ship, but anyway. So we can ignore those two because T6 ships are level scaling, and I don't know why they even keep putting this in here, except for the fact you have to have a level 65 KDF tune for cross-faction, but you're literally buying it with this bundle, but yeah, anyway. I don't know. So we have a hull modifier of 1.4, shield modifier of 1.2. It's a 5-3 with 3 device slots. BOF stations are Lieutenant Commander Tactical, the Commander Engineering Intel, Lieutenant Science, Ensign Universal, Lieutenant Commander Universal, Miracle Worker. Consoles, 4 Tactical, 4 Engineering, 3 Science, turn rate of 12, which is astounding. Impulse modifier of 0.17, inertia of 60, extra weapon and engine power, battle cloak, all the usual Intel stuff. All the cruiser commands except for attract fire for whatever reason. I'm guessing because it's a battle cruiser. The typical battle cruiser starship mastery, built to last, and I'll highlight this because they messed up the text. The new account unlock starship trait is called Shall We Not Revenge, which I believe is a quote from General Chang. Christopher Plummer, may he rest in peace. And this trait, now this is an interesting trait, because it's a good ship, but this is an interesting trait. Activating any hull healing bridge officer ability or intel bridge officer ability will cause you to begin reflecting incoming damage from energy weapons back at your attackers as disruptor damage. While this reflect mode is active, additional activations of this trait will increase the percentage of reflected damage instead of extending its duration. I'm not sure how I feel about that last part, but it depends on the percentage. However, if you're running a disruptor tank or a disruptor build on solo content, or you don't have a tank, this is an interesting trait, because it's disruptor damage, which means it's gonna hit like a beam array, and you won't have to worry about shields. So that's very interesting. We'll have to wait and see how that plays out. So, new visual variant is just this absolutely gorgeous Kronos one. Oh, looks absolutely beautiful. Klingon High Chancellor Gorkon was a legendary warrior in the Klingon Empire whose legacy reached far beyond the Empire's borders. His flagship, the Kronos 1, was a powerful Katinga-class battlecruiser decorated with filigree, celebrating the many glorious campaigns won by Gorkon and his house. Something else to note is, you'll see here, in addition to brand new parts, the legendary D7 Intel battlecruiser includes all of the following starship visual variants. Besides the new Kronos 1, and this is one people have been asking for a while, I'll wait and see if you see it. The Romulan version of the D7 from the original series. For those that have had Romulan characters and wanted to fly one of their rented from the KDF D7s. So have fun with that, everybody. So, that's the ship. More about the ship. I'm gonna bring up its Wiki page, which, if I do say so myself, got assembled rather quickly, considering it's been just now 7 to 8 hours since this released is an announcement. Not too shabby. But something I want to point out is that it's a battle cruiser, the turn rate, and the bridge officer seating, console layout, and weapons. This is going to upset some of you, and it's going to make some of you cry tears of joy, and even more of you, quite possibly both. But if you look, I've had a 4th tab open I have not touched yet. This is going to be a disturbing thing that I noticed earlier. Behold. I mean, heck, even look at the hull mod. 63K versus 65-250. Behold the in-crewy battlecruiser. People love to run dual beam bank builds on it with mixed armament synergy and narrow sensor bands, and it does stupid things, like 5 to 600k at a minimum stupid things. I say again, look at the consoles, look at the turn rate, power levels, and BOF seating. They're both 5.3s. The D7 has 4 degrees more turn rate. It trades off a little bit of hull for shields, but it's basically the same. It has 10 less bonus power, but it's still 10 weapon, 10 engine, which is not a horrible trade-off. If I'm looking at this correctly, it has the exact same BOF seating, except it swaps the intel with the Miracle Worker, meaning all you're losing is 1 level of mixed armament synergy and narrow sensor bands, and it switches out 1 engineering console for a science console, and you would have 1 extra console slot on here if you T6X'd it out. However, you would still have a 4-4-3-1 with the T6X on the D7. Now, this thing is a promo ship and hits like a frickin' truck. It's lauded for its versatility. It can do beam arrays, dual beam banks, dual cannons. I've seen every type of build you could ever think of on it. It's a per-character unlock that costs usually over $200 to purchase, if you can even get one, or if you can even afford one. This ship on sale is $60, has a better turn rate, and you can do practically the same thing. And it's a D7. I'm sorry, what? Like, you're comparing a promo ship to a legendary ship that's a quarter of the price of the promo ship and is account unlock. I'm sorry, but what? This has been breaking my brain for 6 hours. Like, oh yeah, and the only other thing it's missing is the fancy quantum slipstream. Like, it's weird. Because everybody's been dying for a legendary D7. It comes. And it's so, and pardon my French, but so fucking amazing that you can't not buy it if you happen to have the money for it. It's that good. Like, I cannot express how good this ship is. And the trait looks interesting. And it comes with consoles. And it comes with another console that isn't even part of the ship. And it boosts a character to 65. For 6,000 Zen on sale. Plus all of the D7 variants you would ever want for a theme build or whatever. The penultimate Klingon ship, and it's frickin' amazing, and account unlocked, when all the other D7s are lockbox or promo and well over $150 per tune. Like, it's not entirely as good as the Miracle Worker D7 flight deck carrier, but I'm just saying, this might be the next best variant. Like, this legitimately makes a case to be better than the original series D7 Temporal Battlecruiser. It makes a very legitimate and very convincing case. It just... yeah. So, my recommendation is, if you have the money for the bundle, and you enjoy the D7, or just a good ship, please pick it up. It's that good. You're getting a good ship, you're getting some good account unlock gear, this might become my next go-to ship for alternate tunes I'm not really messing with to get up in the rankings, because it's literally just that good. Just please, 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 do yourself a favor and please pick up this ship if possible. I know the price is not exactly $30 for a plain old C-store ship, especially if it's not on sale, but it's the only account unlocked D7 out there. It's really good, and if you're going for a D7 on the high end and you don't want to pay a promo ship price to have it on one character, please consider this, because it will also finish off your recruit level grind. I'm just saying, that's what I was saying at the beginning. This legitimately might be the best legendary single ship bundle they have put out to date. It is that good. So, that's my recommendation. Please, please do pick it up. It's really worth it. It really is. It has some solid pieces to it. The ship's amazing. The trait looks interesting. And you get a console that's not even involved with the ship. Account unlock. Like, they hit all the right buttons on this. So, please do pick it up. So, that's all the time I have for today. Hope y'all enjoyed this. If you did, please leave a like, maybe subscribe if you want to. I am trying to put more videos out than I have been. I also stream over on Twitch if you want to give me a follow there. The link is down in the description, as well as some of the links to some of my friends if you'd like to check them out. And if you have any thoughts on this bundle, please leave them down in the description. I'd love to hear and see them. So, we'll see how that goes. Anyway, thank you all for watching very much. And this is Dr. Light 94 out. Everybody, have a good day.